All right, if you're joining on Facebook Live, I've got my Zoom set up. We're going to get going right now. So if you might have heard me talking to everyone there, we're going to start with a straight arm plank and a bunch of plank and core work, which I know everybody loves. Just rest when you need to, and we'll just kind of follow along with me. And then we go into a strength portion just with our body weight, and then cardio. And you could guess what we're probably going to do today cardio-wise with our bodies. And let's go ahead and get started. So I got my stopwatch here. I'm going to time this for 1 minute. Each exercise we're going to be here for about a minute. Again, just rest when you need to. And then if you have any feedback or comments, help that you might need with certain exercises, just definitely comment in, send me messages, and I can help you with feedback after this workout. We're going to keep pretty basic. All right, we'll start with a straight arm plank, 1 minute hold. What you're looking for here is that shoulder over the wrist. Go ahead and keep holding. I'm going to go ahead and get this off so you guys can see my arm. So on that straight arm plank hold, what you're looking for is that belly button in nice and tight, rib cage down to protect your lower back, and squeeze your booty. Really focus on leaning those shoulders over the hands. Squeeze your booty real tight. Sometimes I find this starts to get to my lower back, so I will kind of raise my booty maybe a little bit. But I'm still focusing on leaning my shoulder over the hands as much as I can. So we're 45 seconds in here, unless you've been holding a little bit longer. We're going to do a quick rest, and then we'll be going into a bent arm plank, right to it. So when someone says like activate your core, what we're looking for, like I'm talking about, suck that belly button in as tight as you can and that rib cage down. If you need a quick rest, go ahead and just do a quick little child's pose. If you need to rest a little longer, go for it, but we're going to go right into it. Bent arm plank. Same idea, keeping that shoulder right over the elbow, belly button in real tight, squeeze your booty. I'll try to hold here as long as I can. At any point, if I need to bring the booty up a little bit to protect my back, that's fine. On any of the stuff where we're on our hands today, just go to the elbow, so you would do like a 2-minute elbow plank here. Then the next exercise, we will be going back to that straight arm position. So we're just holding here. Got about 20 more seconds. Again, just rest when you need to. You can go to the knees if you need to. If you're on the knees, keep that shoulder over the elbow. Keep leaning forward versus pushing your weight back to the legs. 10 more seconds. Keep holding. You can always go a little bit longer in planks than you think. You got to fight through it. Good. Go ahead, rest. Going back to child's pose. So now the next one, we're going straight arm plank. Like I said, you can do it from your elbows. So straight arm plank, alternating straight leg, lift. Lift your leg hip height. Try not to go any higher. So see how I'm higher and I'm like arching my back? Just go right to hip height where you feel as you raise. I feel my glute really activate, and I'm squeezing my leg, my quad as tight as I can to lock out that knee and flattening my foot. So really try to keep that hip stable. Imagine like a bowl of soup, or maybe your quarantine cocktail that you're drinking, or your coffee or something on your hip, and don't let it fall off. Again, rest when you need to at any time. We got about 10 more seconds. And good. Go ahead and child's pose. Rest. So now we're going to go straight arm plank again, and alternating hand raise. You're going to put the same hand to the same shoulder. I put my hands more closer together. My feet are further apart. You're going to touch that same shoulder, raising and lifting nice and slow. We're going to go a minute here. Probably looking to only get maybe like 5 to 10 per side. I'd rather you move slowly without breaking form. 30 more seconds. At any time, just go to that child's pose and rest. You gotta really suck that tummy in here. 20 more seconds. 15 more. You got it. You can go to the knees at any time if you need to. 2 more. And good. Let's go ahead and rest. So now we're going to go to a straight arm with an alternating bent knee raise. Kind of like a mountain climber. What you're looking for here is that knee to come up really high and to the side. You can tap the toe if you need to, but we're going more to the side, and I'm leaning into this arm. I'm leaning over the hand so that I can bend my elbow a little bit and get my knee to touch that elbow. 30 more seconds. Go ahead and keep going on that exercise. I'm just going to check on the Zoom and make sure people are getting in okay. You got about 20 more seconds. Alternating bent knee raise, trying to hit that elbow. I think we're doing good. Keep going. If you guys are having any issue on Zoom, just unmute and speak up real quick, okay? All right, go ahead and rest now. Go to child's pose. Next thing we're gonna do is a side plank. So good goal here is about 30 seconds. So trying to get the shoulder over the elbow. You can stack the feet if you need to. What you can also do is have the top leg go over and in front of that bottom leg to support you a little bit. A lot of times side planks can get to people's shoulders and things, and so what I recommend, really focus on keeping that shoulder over the elbow and squeeze your shoulder blade down and back. So we're going to hold it here about 30 seconds. If you've already been holding, you're going to get a little extra. Same thing like I've been talking about, belly button in tight, squeeze your booty, tighten everything up here to protect you. And if it bugs you at all, you could go to the elbow, or I'm sorry, the knee if you need to. Trying to stay on that elbow. You can also take this other hand and like place it on the ground here to kind of support you. And it's about 30 seconds. Let's go to the other side. Same thing, shoulder over the elbow. Try to keep your hip over the other hip as much as you can. And really keep that foot over the other foot if you're able. But like I said, that foot can go in front, can need a little support. Real tight here, squeeze your booty. Going about another 30 seconds or so. Good goal is 30 seconds on side planks and then work that to a minute. Good goal in all the plank exercise we were doing is a minute, being able to go the whole time, working it up to 2 minutes. And good. So now you're going to go to your tummy. We're going to do a Superman hold. So you're going to lay on your tummy, lift your legs real tight, and lift your arms real tight, keeping that head down. We're going to hold here for a minute. So try not to look up, because if I'm looking up, that's mimicking like if I were looking up at the sky. If I were standing, we want to keep our head up but chin in so that we keep our neck in line. And that's going to come into play on push-ups. A lot of these movements, like the planks and the hollow holds and our Supermans, are going to come into play with all of our push-up movements, our squat movements. They're all really important. So that's why I like to do a lot of this, because it's going to make you move better and safer on your squats and your push-ups and all those fun things. Even burpees. Alright? So really try to keep elbows straight on this too. I tell people go a T position first and then lock out that arm. So you gotta squeeze your tricep, go to a Y position. Next, if you can keep that arm straight, then go to more like a narrow I. With the legs, I'm lifting them and squeezing my quad. I'm trying not to bend the leg. So I'm keeping everything real straight. So now, rest on that. You're gonna go head to your hands. You talking, everyone? Head to your hands and just lift the legs. So you're gonna only do the leg lifts. I like to hover above the ground and then lift, keeping my legs really straight. Head down on those hands. And do about 20 of these or so. Squeezing that booty. This is a big postpartum one that I did because I really struggled with getting my arch ability back, especially in that lower back. So now rest the feet down, go arms again in that T position. You can just lift here, go narrower if you're able, again wherever you can keep the elbows straight, and lift up and down. You can rest to the ground if you need to. I like to hover above the ground, then lift high as I can, keeping my face really close to the floor, again to keep that neck in line. About 20 of these. Still squeeze your booty while you're here, belly button in. And good. So now we're gonna flip over, get some of the abs in, and we're gonna do a hollow hold first. So you're gonna lie on your back, and you're just gonna crunch up. Now I want everyone to start with that. Now when you're crunched up here, the goal is to get those shoulder blades off the ground. We're gonna go about a minute. If you can go to the next step is where you raise the legs. You wanna keep the knees right over the hip, feet a little higher than knee. So go ahead and start holding there. I'm gonna give you a few more tips. I'm going to try to bribe the baby here with a saltine. So we're holding. If you can go a little bit harder, you could straighten your legs. And I'd start with them straight high, and still, only if you can keep the shoulder blades up. If you lower the legs and your shoulder blades go back to the ground and you're not pushing that lower back into the ground and that rib cage down, that's not a good hollow hold. That's going to get to your back. So just go to bent leg, and that's fine. What I've done to kind of work on this one to get stronger, especially postpartum, is I'll straighten one leg and then the other. But I really focus on tucking my hip under, so using those lower abs here. So a lot of people will go arms back. Well, what that does is adds more weight against gravity, and will tire your abs out, and your shoulder blades will go back. So I don't recommend that. Even me as a gymnast, that's a really hard previous gymnast is a real hard one to do. Okay, so go ahead and rest. The next one we're going to do is a hollow rock. If you struggle with this one, I'd recommend just hold the hollow hold again. This one can be a little bit